and Warhammer 40k armies. This is the Chaos Heretic. That's all I run. And here where I live, we have a group of people we play with, and we'll go in tournaments with and stuff. And sometimes we say no Lord of Wars allowed, and we'll use different points levels. Now, when I know I'm gonna play a swarm army, in other words like 100 models of orcs, Tyranids, or Astra Militarum, this is the army I pick when there's no Lord of Wars. And I'm always trying to find ways to get my Chaos troops involved in the battle, like Noise Marines. I don't use them for anything but this. And mainly this army gets used against the Tyranids. And this is the only time I'll use my Noise Marines. Now this army is a 2,000 point army. And I call this army the Purple Children. It's the Emperor's Children faction, and all of them have the mark of Slanesh. The Purple Haze Battalion, for 5 command points, is the Warlord Lucius the Internal, a Sorcerer, and the 30 Cultists running 10-man squads. That makes up the battalion detachment. Then I have the Purple Haze Spearhead detachment. That is run by the Chaos Lord. It has 2 squads of the Obliterators right there, 1 Predator, and 1 Defiler. And then I have a Vanguard detachment that is headquartered by the Demon Prince with Malefic Talons and wings, and it runs 30 Noise Marines. Now 25 of them will be armed with Sonic Blasters or the Blastmasters. 2 of them will have the Doom Sirens, and then 1 is just a 5-man squad of Noise Marines. And I keep them that way just so I can use the Legion trait. The Legion trait for this is Flawless Perfection. That is, they will always fight first in the fight phase. Even if units charged, you will alternate. So the Demon Prince has a huge advantage for me in this one. And he's really the only one, I find it kind of weird that that's their Legion trait, because it's an all-shooting army. Noise Marines are shooting, but the Demon Prince will be buffed by that. I'll also give the Demon Prince Intoxicating Elixir, +1 strength, +1 attack. I do like the +1 strength because when I'm fighting the Tyranids, which is where I really mostly use this army, they have some units, the Tarragon, I think that's how you pronounce it, that's a strength 8, that he gets to spawn his little Hermagot guys, or Termagot guys, I don't know which, and I can take him out and attack him on wounds of 4 up. But that's why the Predator is there with last cannons, and the Predator autocannon, and the Defiler and his cannons. They will shoot at the characters that have the high wounds, so I can just start shooting at them. And then I will deep strike with the Obliterators with a Chaos Lord in Terminator armor, and take out, usually the Obliterators will take out whatever unit it is up to 15-16 wounds in 1 turn. So that is this army, and I'm going to give you a little demonstration when the Gene Stealers come at me. I'll have them screened. I have a 10-man squad here up front first, with the 5-man squad with Cultists all screening my army. This one will be right in the middle, right behind the front line. That will be able to take shots at Gene Stealers coming. But we're going to assume the 10-man squad. I'm going to show you what dice rolls I can do and what we get for it. We're going to assume the Gene Stealers are coming at this. They're screened by the cultists, and we're going to assume we get one shot. Now, even though I can use other Noise Marines to shoot at it, we're going to assume the other squad is shooting at another Gene Stealer. And usually they come in 20-man units. So, we're going to go over an attack with the 10-man Noise Marines and see how effective it is. So first, the Doom Siren, which automatically hits its target. We have to see how many hits. And we've got 6. And then we'll deal with the Blastmasters. Both of those are a D6. And that's the reason I put 2 in there, because rolling 2 dice for D6 is way more effective than 1. Alright, so I'm going to roll these first. To hit is to 3. And because I have Lucius there, I can re-roll the 1s. Okay, so it looks like I have 3 2s. They all miss. And I'm going to re-roll the 1. And it hit. So far, there's how many hits I have at that 10-man squad. And I gotta say, this is probably a little better than the average so far. So now I have 7 men left with Sonic Blasters. And 3 each, 21 dice I'm gonna roll. Hitting on 3s, and I re-roll 1s. It looks like I didn't get 1 2 in that. Wow. I hit 20 times with that. Now, there's all the hits for that 10-man squad. Now I need his strength of the Gene Stealers is 4. And, I mean, my strength is 4, his toughness is 4. So, I need to hit on 4s with all of these. And I'm going to keep these separate because we have -1 APs. So far, the Blastmasters came up with, out of their 9, 4 wounds. Out of their 6, with the Doom Siren hitting on 3s, come up with 5. Now, these rest of these 20, I need to hit on 4s. And let's see what I got. Oh, there's the wounds. Looks like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 wounds. Now the Gene Stealers will have the 5-up invulve. Let's roll for it. He ended up saving 1, 2, 5, 6. He ended up saving 7. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 10. So the 10-man squad killed 10 Gene Stealers. Now his rule for the Gene Stealers is if he has 10 or more models, he can get an extra attack, basically. So now we're going to say the Gene Stealers charge. Those 10 end up charging those 10 Noise Marines. And now we fire Overwatch. I'm going to go through and total out the hits and let you know. Remember, he automatically hits. The other ones will need 6s. So I rolled this many 6s. I got 10 dice with the Blastmasters, hit that many 6s. I only rolled 1 with the Doom Siren, so there's 1 hit. And then 21 of the Sonic Blasters, I only hit 3. So we're going to roll to wound. All 4 up. Well, the yellow one's going to be 3 up, but and 4 up, hit those, and this one hit. Okay, he has to save these wounds, 5 or 6, and he lost 3 more. So now he's charging with only 7. So that's 3 attack with the charge. It's 4 attack. 28 dice he's going to hit these guys with. Let's see what he gets. I gave him that many hits because I let him re-roll his 1s, and he had quite a few 1s because most people can do that. So he only missed 5, like 8 dice. So now we're to hit, and he has to hit on 4s, to wound on 4s. Now the Gene Stealer's Rending Claws. those are -4 AP, so I'm dying with those. I get to roll 3 up with these guys. And I just saved 3 of those, so 1 more. So this is how many are going to die out of my 10-man squad. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are going to die. I always take out the blast masters because average roll are 3 for the sonic blasters, and you know that's probably what you're going to get with a blast master rolling a D6. Even though it's a little more stronger, I want these guys to be able to return fire if they survive. So I have to lose 6. No, I have to lose 7. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 7. Just took out 7. And now, I think I'm going to take out the Doom Siren. No, because we're going to go some hand-to-hand. So now, as them, they have Music of the Apocalypse. So as they die, they will all shoot again. And I'll come back and show you how many hits I get. Remember, I'm re-rolling 1, so I got that many hits. Now we're going to wound on 4s. Okay, that many wounds. Looks like 3, 6, 7, 8. He needs to roll 5 up to save him. Wow, pretty good roll. Oh, it was okay. So he loses 5 more Gene Stealers. So he had 7 left. He has 2 left. Now I attack hand-to-hand melee with my remaining. Now because they're Noise Marines, they have 2 attacks. So it's 2, 4, and the Doom Siren, the champion. So 2 attack, 2 attack, and because he has the chain sword, we're going, and he's a champion, we're going 4 attack. So there's 8 attack right there. And we're hitting on 3s. Re-rolling 1s. That many, wounding on 4s. And I hit twice. He gets to save. And both of them go down. So out of the 3 left, he has 1 guy left. So that's just a demonstration of a 20-unit Gene Stealer squad getting shot first and then charging a 10-man Noise Marine squad. Now remember, I can, you know, I have other Noise Marines around that I can also put the fire on him, but that's just an example of how a 10-man Noise Marine squad can eliminate a Gene Stealer squad. Now, at the end of the turn, I'd have to take the morale test. I lost 7. 6 and 7 is 13. So, 20-man Gene Stealer squad took, which is like 200 points, took out a 10-man Noise Marine squad. And that 10-man squad at 15 apiece is 150 in the Sonic Blaster. So, it's almost an even take right there. Now, I've thought about breaking this one down, but see, if I keep him behind the front line, behind these guys, they would help shooting another unit. Now, I'm going to show you what 15 are doing. So why the Gene Stealers are charging the cultists, remember, they took shots and then they got eliminated, but we did eliminate 20 Gene Stealers. Now, this 15 is going to take shots. And I'm just going to run through it. It's the same thing. I got Doom Sirens. It's just more shooting. And I'll come back and let you know how many Gene Stealers died out of another 20-man squad. Okay, so I just got through rolling. For the 15-man squad, they took out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. They took out 14 Gene Stealers. He's got 6 left in that squad. That means he doesn't get the extra attack. And the 6-man squad is now going to charge that, and then I get Overwatch, you're seeing all that. So that's why I'm kind of leaving that one at 15 and try to keep it more protected so it doesn't get hit and I don't have to use a morale check on it when a lot of them die. So that's the idea with the Noise Marines. I think they'll be very effective. Basically, 2 Gene Stealer squads rushing me. And the reason I'm using Gene Stealers is that's his best unit. Anybody else is just going to be weaker, but I think they're going to be very effective. I can keep them protected long enough. Now, one more example I'm going to use. I use this setup a lot. I'm going to go with the obliterators. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the obliterators. Now again, I'm taking his top creature. I can jump within 9. And then they have a 24 range. With that 24 range, and he keeps his Tervagon bubble wrapped, I'm going to go after it. So let's do one squad with 12 dice. Hitting on 3 up. They jump with the Terminator Chaos Lord, so reroll ones. Hit 10 times. Now, I'm going to use Veterans of the Long War on this squad, and I get to add 1 to the wound rolls. So let me see what the strength is. Strength is a 1, which becomes 7, and he has an 8, so I need 5s, but I'm going to add 1, so I'm hitting at 4 up. And I only got 2. Let's see, the minus AP is 1. So he's rolling on 4s. And both missed. Damage is 2. So we just put 4 wounds on the Tervagon. Now I'm going to use Endless Cacophony. And they are going to shoot again. 3 up, re-rolling 1s. And we got 9 this time. And I get to add 1 to the wound roll. Let's see what the strength is. Strength is 2, so that's 8. So now it's 3 up. That's better. That's more wounds like that. Let's roll the minus AP. And we got a 2. So he needs 5s or better. And he saved 1. So we have 5 wounds. The damage is 1. So 5 and 4 is 9. Now, since I only put 9, the second squad is hitting. And he can only shoot once because I used all my stuff on the first one. And I still get to re-roll 1s. Okay, we hit 9 times. Let's see the strength. Wow, I can't get more than 1 on that AP. I mean on the strength. So it's 7. And I have to hit on 5. Only rolled 1. AP 6. So he has to roll a 6. He didn't get it. Damage 6. So 3 more damage. But we put 9 wounds on the first one, and now I just put 3 more. So we have a total of 12, and he has 14 wounds. He has 2 life left. We just knocked it. So we almost killed the Tervagon with the jump. Now, in the shooting phase, I still have the Predator. I have the Defiler. I can finish them off with las cannons or go to another creature, which is probably what I'll do, because putting that much damage, you know, I like to just put damage on units and then I leave them alone. But since this guy spawns, I'll probably have to finish him off. I need him out of the way. So that just shows 1 turn. I can eliminate that Tervagon, and then the Noise Marines can take out, you know, squads of Gene Stealers. So that's why I use this army. And as far as the spells, I can add 1 to my hit rolls. Okay, that is. Now remember, I said this is the army I use if we're not allowed to use Lord of Wars. We play some games and we say no Lord of Wars. If we do use Lord of Wars, I'll use the same setup. Now, this is the only other setup I would use for my Emperor's Children faction. And on this one, I basically have the Sorcerer and an Exalted Champion with 20 Noise Marines, which these will all have bolt guns, a flamer, heavy bolter, and then hand-to-hand. You'd be surprised, Emperor's Children, even though the sonic guns are shooting, and you would think of it as a shooting armor, it's really it's really good in melee. The stats on the Noise Marines are just as good as the stats on the Khorne Berserkers. Now the Khorne will get that extra attack for the Blood God or whatever, but other than that, they're 1 point. They cost 1 point less, and they have the 1 less attack. But other than that, they're real good in melee. And I'm going to give you an example of a melee here that happens. Now the front Emperor Children's here are just regular Chaos Space Marines, all bolt guns and a flamer. Then I throw in a Zeech faction. It's Araman and 3 Hellbrutes. That gives me 1 command point. With 3 Deny the Witch and 1 more Deny the Witch there, I can deny the Witch 4 times on the Tyranids. That's really, really, again, this is mainly going to be used against the Tyranid or some heavy swarm army. And I can stop a lot of the invul saves they try to give them. I can put Death Hex, you know, Delightful Agonies with him, giving them the 5/6, you know, feel no pain basically. Okay, we're going to put that 1 fighting squad in a Rhino to help protect it and get it where I need it to be. I still use 1 squad of Obliterators, and you know, I just can't do without them. And then I throw in the Lord of War. Now again, this is one is, if we're using Lord of Wars, then I throw them in. I throw my Renegade Knight in there. And then I still have the Defiler. So, on the Imperial Knight, I had to take off a squad of Obliterators, the Predator, and I took out all the Sonic Blasters. But I'm figuring with this squad right here, this is going to be a heavy fighting squad. I think they can take a lot of attention, cause a lot of damage. This is going to take a lot of attention, and the Defiler, they're going to take a lot of shots away, and then this hand-to-hand unit is going to be able to, I think, get in an engagement and really do its job. I'm going to show you what it's going to do right now against a Tyranid Gene Stealer of 20. So, each model has 2 attack, and if I get the charge, which I should be able to, you know, living in a Rhino, they get 3 attack, except for the Champion. He will get 4 attack, and then the Exalted Champion will be with them. Again, I move them close, roll. If I got to re-roll 1 dice, you know, I usually get within 5 or 6 for the charge roll. So, let's do it. Now remember, on this, I can use Excess of Violence, Veterans of the Long War, and then I have Exalted Champion. And I'm not even going to count that, you know, I get Doom Bolt on the squad. I'm still going to give them their 5-up save. I can throw Miasma on them. I'm not going to count that. We're just going to say I don't get none of those spells. But stratagems you can't stop. So this is what it'll be like. Rolls, we're going to go with the 3-up. So, and I rolled 24 dice plus the 4. So 28 dice here I rolled. It looks like I got quite a bit of 2s or 1s, but that's it. Those missed. These hit. Now, using the Excess of Violence, Veterans of the Long War, Exalted Champion. With Exalted Champion, I don't need the Veterans of the Long War. We are just going to use re-rolled Felled Wounds. So here's the hits. I get 4 up, and I can re-roll the Felled Wounds. Now, if I use Veterans of the Long War, if I feel I have to, I can add 1 to the wound roll. So it would be a 3-up. Let's say I'll just do that. So I really want the first strike. I want to hit them hard. You want to hit them hard the first time. So let's do that. Adding 1, so I need to hit on 3-ups and re-roll the fails. Well, I'm happy I did that because I missed that many, and then I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 7 more out of there. It wouldn't have been a good roll. So the 3-up's really good. I will continue to do that. And let's roll the felled ones at 3-up. Nice. Okay, so all those hit. Now he's going to roll his 5 save. Oh, sorry to say. Oh, that don't matter yet. Okay, he will roll his 5 up save. So he did pretty good. He did as good as he could, maybe a little better, but anyways, we killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 are going to die. So there's 10 in the squad. Now, because of excess of violence, for every wound, I get to make a hit roll. So here we go again, hitting on 3 ups. And that's it. All those hit. On the re-rolls, for the hits, excess of violence, I got that many hits. Now I roll to wound. We add 1 to the wound. So I need 3 up again and re-roll the fails. And not one of them failed. So he will roll an additional save, and he saved 2 more. So he lost another 2. He lost another 6. So I just killed 16 Gene Stillers with the 5 invul save with this 10-man squad here. And I haven't even attacked with the Exalted Champion. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what we're doing. And then everything else speaks for itself, you know. So we all know what bolt guns can do. I was trying to think of get 2 squads of those and 2 rhinos, but I think having the Hellbrutes here with the Mark of Tzeentch be more effective. Using the Veterans of the Long War and excess of violence is good here because I don't get Death to the False Emperor with Tyranids. And then here, there are stratagems. And for here, you know, the Tzeentch have Veterans of the Long War, which we'll use on that. But mostly I'll help the Psyker. We'll have to use Kabbalistic Focus once in a while. You know, add 2 to the test for something I really need to want to get that Death Hex to go off. So, that's it. That's the end of the Emperor's Children faction. 2 armies set up.